Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into online casinos, and specifically a practice you might find, well, pretty surprising.
Yeah, something we found detailed in this piece. When casinos limit winners, it definitely challenges that standard image.
Totally. You assume, right, that casinos are thrilled with any big win. You see the ads, the celebrations.
That's the perception they absolutely want you to have. Mutual excitement, big flashing lights.
Exactly. So the big question that jumps out from the source is, why on earth would an online casino limit or restrict a player who's winning consistently, assuming, they're not actually cheating?
Well, that gets right to the heart of it. The source makes it clear. Casinos are businesses, first and foremost.
Okay, entertainment, yes, but business first.
Right. And the fundamental business model relies on the house having an edge, winning over time. Consistent winners disrupt that model significantly.
It still feels a bit counterintuitive, though, given how much they shout about those massive jackpots.
That's a really key distinction the source makes. Those publicized huge wins. That's marketing, pure and simple. It draws people in, sells the dream.
Oh, okay. So they like wins, but maybe not too many wins from the same person.
Precisely. They prefer players who win sometimes, get that thrill, maybe tell their friends, but ultimately, give those winnings back plus more over the long haul.
So these players who manage to win consistently, they're actually viewed as a problem, a threat almost.
That's exactly how the source frames it. They're often called sharp players. These aren't just lucky folks. They might be using smart strategies, discipline, maybe exploiting favorable odds or bonuses very effectively.
They understand the system a bit too well for the casino's comfort.
You could say that. They threaten the casino's expected profit margins.
And that leads to this rather odd term the source mentions, gubbed. Sounds a bit slangy.
It is. It's industry jargon, apparently. Being gubbed basically means your account gets hit with restrictions, usually without any warning or clear reason given to you.
So what kind of restrictions are we talking about?
It could be things like suddenly finding your maximum bet size is tiny, or maybe valuable bonuses and promotions just disappear from your account.
Wow. So they make it much harder or less worthwhile for you to keep playing in the way that was winning you money.
Exactly. It's a way of managing you out without necessarily banning you outright, although that can happen too. It kills the profitability for the player.
Okay, so how do they even spot these players in the sea of online gamblers?
Well, data. Lots and lots of data. The source explains that casinos track player behavior incredibly closely.
Like what? What are they looking for?
Things like your betting patterns. Are they consistent? Are they unusual? How quickly you place bets? Which specific games you play? Some are easier for skilled players to gain an edge on. Even how long your sessions are.
They build a profile, essentially, looking for behavior that doesn't match the average, probably losing player.
That's the idea. Identifying those who are treating it less like random fun and more like, well, a way to consistently extract money. They see them as non-profitable customers.
Non-profitable for the casino, that is.
Correct. And the consequences can be quite stark. Lowered limits, no more bonuses.
And potentially getting kicked off entirely.
Yes, that's also on the table in some cases. A complete ban.
Now, you'd think this sounds, well, maybe not illegal, but certainly unfair. Can they just do that?
And that's the kicker. According to the source, it's generally legal. It comes down to the terms and conditions.
Ones nobody reads.
Pretty much. Those lengthy T&Cs almost always contain clauses giving the casino the right to refuse service or limit accounts at their sole discretion. When you sign up, you agree to that.
So clicking agree means you agree they can stop you winning too much. Huh.
Effectively, yes.
Yeah.
It's about maintaining control and protecting that house advantage. Fairness to the winning player isn't really the primary driver.
It's all about keeping their edge intact.
Precisely. They invest a fortune in creating this atmosphere of chance, luck, excitement. But if someone's luck becomes too consistent, too predictable, too skillful,
They step in to manage it.
they step in. It bursts the illusion a bit, doesn't it?
It really does. And the source had this great point near the end. It reframes how we think about success. Instead of just asking a big winner, how much did you win? Oh, maybe we should ask.
Are you still allowed to place a bet?
Yeah. It highlights how fragile that kind of success can be in their environment.
So it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What does this whole practice tell us about the real relationship between chance and control when entertainment meets a very focused profit motive?
That's the question to ponder, really. How much is truly chance and how much is carefully managed?
Definitely food for thought. Thanks for walking us through that. quite revealing.
My pleasure. It's a fascinating peek behind the curtain.